Maya deleted Instagram for the third time that month. Watching her college friends post about promotions, dream apartments, and engagement rings had become unbearable. At 28, she was still shelving books for minimum wage, still living with 2 roommates, still waiting for her life to begin. "Are you coming to Jake's party tonight?" her coworker Sarah asked, poking her head around the bookshelf. Maya shook her head. "I think I'll just go home." "Again?" Sarah sighed. "You know, watching motivational videos in your room won't change anything." The words stung because they were true. For 3 years, Maya had been stuck in the same cycle, feeling inspired, making grand plans, then doing nothing. She'd bought a guitar that sat untouched in the corner, downloaded language apps she used twice, started a journal that had 3 entries. That evening, while reorganizing the gardening section, a book slipped from her hands. It fell open to a page about bamboo trees. Maya almost closed it, but one sentence caught her eye. "Chinese bamboo shows no growth for 4 years, then shoots up 90 feet in 6 weeks. But it wasn't doing nothing, it was growing roots." She read it again and again. That night, Maya couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about those invisible 4 years. All her failed attempts at change flashed through her mind: the guitar, the apps, the journals. She'd quit everything because she saw no immediate results. But what if she'd been expecting the bamboo to grow above ground while it was busy below? At 2 a.m., she made a decision. She would write just 10 minutes a day. Not because she believed she'd become an author, not because it would impress anyone, but because she needed to prove to herself that she could stick to something, anything, for longer than 2 weeks. Day 1 was easy. The excitement carried her through. Day 3, her alarm went off at 6 a.m. Maya hit snooze 3 times. When she finally sat down with her laptop, her mind was completely blank. She wrote a terrible paragraph about a girl sitting in a bookstore. It was boring. She hated it. But she didn't quit. Week 2, her friends invited her to a concert. "Come on, it's just 10 minutes of writing. You can skip 1 day," they said. Maya almost went. Her hand was on the door, but something made her stay. She wrote her 10 minutes first, then they joined late. They rolled their eyes, but she felt something new, a tiny spark of self-respect. Month 4 was the hardest. Maya looked at everything she'd written. It was garbage. Childish stories with no plot, characters with no depth. She'd been writing every single day for 4 months, and she was still terrible. Her Instagram friends were getting promoted while she was wasting time on bad fiction. She sat at her laptop, crying, ready to leave. Then she remembered the bamboo. 4 years of nothing. She took a breath and wrote her 10 minutes anyway. Month 6 brought a different kind of pain, the pain of invisibility. Nothing had changed in her life. She still had the same job, same apartment, same everything. But now she was also exhausted from waking up early. When people asked what she was doing with her life, she had no impressive answer. "I write for 10 minutes every day," sounded pathetic compared to, "I got promoted to manager." But something strange was happening beneath the surface. Maya noticed she felt different, more focused at work, more patient with difficult customers. The discipline was spreading into other areas. She started making her bed, cooking real meals, reading before sleeping instead of scrolling. 1 year passed. Maya had written every single day. Her stories were getting better, not great, but better. She started a small blog, not expecting anyone to read it. 18 months in, she got her first comment from a stranger. "This story made me cry. Thank you." Maya stared at those words for 10 minutes. Someone she'd never met had been touched by something she created. It wasn't a book deal or a bestseller, but it was real. 2 years after that sleepless night, the bookstore manager called her into the office. "We're looking for someone to manage our online content and newsletters. I've seen your blog. Are you interested?" It wasn't a dream job. The pay was only slightly better, but it was proof that invisible work eventually becomes visible. That evening, Maya watched a young woman in the cafe scrolling through social media with that same lost expression she used to wear. She wanted to walk over and tell her about bamboo, about invisible roots, about the power of 10 minutes a day, but she didn't. Because she understood now that some lessons can't be taught, only grown, slowly, in the dark, where no one else can see. Maya opened her laptop and wrote, not because it was easy, not because it was glamorous, but because she'd finally learned that the distance between who you are and who you want to be is built one day at a time, whether anyone's watching or not. The bamboo doesn't grow for the audience. It grows because that's what bamboo does.